Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Ludic SMP. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am Teddy, and what we've been doing between episodes, well, we have been rather busy. First thing we did was actually enchant our boots with feather falling, because apparently I didn't have that on my boots before. Derp. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's show what else I've been doing. I spent many hours getting this thing ready, and that is these are our backup boxes. Now, this one is just empty because this one is the one that's going to be going on the outside of the barrel. So we're going to put that one up there, and we're going to put these in here. And we're going to put in an emerald stating the prices, because that's how we do. And I need to get an emerald and everything out, so bear me 1 second, please. And 50 diamonds each. Now, if you guys are wondering why I'm going to 50 diamonds each, well, let me get one out and I'll show you why. Bear in mind, these things taken me absolutely hours to build, because that's the contents. We have wings, we have cake, because I felt like putting cake in here. There's 2 stacks of rockets, a stack of golden carrots, fully enchanted everything. The only thing I'm missing in here is a trident. Everything else, you got a hoe, you've got pickaxes, shovel, you've got a full set of armor, a sword, a bow, and a full stack of arrows, as well as a few ender pearls in case you need them for any reason. And yeah, this right here is exactly why we are charging 50 diamonds, because you got a lot of stuff in there. And going by the prices of my tools at 6 diamonds a tool, there's nearly 50 diamonds worth of tools in here. You got 6 pieces, it's 36 diamonds worth of tools. And then you got the set of wings that are fully enchanted, which, going by other shops, there's a diamond block, which is another 9 diamonds. So that's 45 diamonds. Without the armor, without the rockets, without the carrots, and without the bow. So, yeah, I think that's pretty good value. I genuinely do. I think that's a pretty good value box right there. Some people may not agree with me, but that's the price you're going to pay for them. So, anyway, what else we got to do today? Let me pack my stuff up, and we'll get into it. Alrighty, the next thing we're going to do is we have to fly over to the gaming district, which is kind of over this direction. And the reason for flying over here is because of that thing there. The Christmas present. And we have got ourselves a secret. It's getting close to Christmas, so we have got ourselves a secret Santa. Put your name in the barrel before second on the third push. But yeah, so what we need to do is we need to take one of these pieces of paper and we need to put our name on it. So let's do that. I'm assuming we put it in that barrel there. Yes, we do. Very good. So now when we come back on the 3rd of December, which will be about the start of the next episode, we can do the Secret Santa thing. Let's quickly sleep. Someone's left a very convenient bed here. Very nice, very nice. And then over here, we've got a couple of games, which we will get to at some point. I don't know how this game works, so I'm not going to touch it until then. I feel like this is a multiplayer game where you've got a dropping system. So this is probably full of observers and stuff. Yeah, this has got to drop observers all the way up. You shoot the target. If you hit the target, the trapdoor opens and whoever's on the trapdoor falls down. So that's the multiplayer game. It's not a one-player game. So let's come back to that at some point. We've got the wrestling ring or fighting ring over there. Again, that's multiplayer game. We also have, let's hop up over here, the Abba Caving, which is a multiplayer game as well. And then we got this parkour thing over here, which I'm guessing... Well, I'm guessing we can just take part and just do this one. But again, we're going to wait for another day for this, because I think if we're going to do the parkour, we're going to do it all at the same time. And then we've got a little elytra thing at the end, maybe. I don't know. But I'll get on to some other members and see what that's about before we play any of this. But what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to head back over to base and we're going to start building a new build. And the build we're going to be starting with today is the one we didn't get done in the last episode, which is going to be our wagon workshop. So a time lapse is going to happen. We're going to get this thing built and I'll catch you on the other side. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed that little time lapse. Here is the finished product. I say finished, not completely finished. I still got a bit of detailing to put in here, but I have got quite a lot of detail already in place. I decided to put a little bit of fencing on here just to keep these like wagon areas separately. They're kind of like the individual garage ports here. So I want to keep it a little bit separate, but not too much, not completely separate. I decided to go something different with the roof again. I wanted to kind of have A-frame kind of front on it, but I also wanted to have the big pillars kind of holding up the roof because I think it looks kind of cool. And it may not be kind of traditional Wild West so much this time because they wouldn't probably have a roof on the build area for wagons, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it properly. I'm going to have a roof on it and I'm going to make it look cool. So I don't know if I'm going to put any stairs on the inside of this. I kind of like it as it is. I'm going to get lanterns, pop lanterns on here, and I'm going to get a couple of broken wagons put in here as well. So I'm going to go do a live stream over on twitch.tv/2legendgaming. Come check me out over there and you can catch up with what we're doing on the builds. Alrighty, and what a good stream that was. We have made quite a fair amount of progress, and this thing, we've got a little bit of decoration in place. Now it looks a bit messy, but that is the whole idea of it. This wagon, we've got a couple of wheels missing, and this thing only just managed to squeeze its way in here. It's a rather tall wagon. And then we've got a little workstation over here with some spanners and a spoon and a pickaxe. I don't know why we got a pickaxe, but I felt like it. And then we've got this wagon over here, which it needs some fixing in the floor. It's got a couple of holes. But, you know, I felt like just a couple of simple wagons just to make it look kind of cool. And it does look really quite nice. You're probably thinking, wow, Teddy, is that all you did on stream? No, it's definitely not all we did on stream. If we come in here, now downstairs don't look any different. It looks exactly the same. If we come upstairs, though, we've got a table. We've got a painting, we've got a couple of lanterns, we've even got a couple of walls, and behind them walls, yeah, more paintings, we've made some rooms. The workers actually have sleeping areas now. And yeah, there's 4 rooms in total. There's 2 like that one and 2 like this one, and I really like how they've come out. The third and final build we actually worked on stream, hello, can I go out the door please? Thank you very much, I appreciate it, mate. Is we come over here. And yeah, I started putting the tacked area in outside. So when we do get cultures in, we've actually got a little area set up already as well. And then in here, we've also done, well, you can't see much that way, but if we go this way, we've got a nice little seating area because this was the bar, as you guys, if you saw early episodes when I first built this thing, this was in fact the bar before I decided to put villagers in here. So we now have that gone, but we now have the reception area all nicely decorated up with a nice little painting and some keys on the wall. We've also got a nice little seating area. We've got a couple of barrels knocking around. There's a spare key in there. Don't know why, but I did. And then eventually, I haven't done it yet, but eventually I do want to put rooms in upstairs. Now, the reason I haven't put the rooms in upstairs is because this is not the only farm going up here. I want to put a mini sugarcane farm. I want to put in a couple of other bits and bobs as well, depending how much space it's going to take up. So that is the plan. But what we're going to do for the rest of today's episode, well, that is the thing. I have got a few ideas. So give me a minute to get prepared, and I'll come back to you guys in a bit. Alrighty, preparations have been made, and believe it or not, them preparations took me a lot longer than a few minutes because, as some of you may be aware, during the recording of this episode, I actually caught COVID, so I've had nearly a week gap between those 2 last clips. But the plan was that we were going to go to the Nether, and we were going to go do some TNT blasting, get ourselves some ancient debris. Now, I do already have a little bit of ancient debris. I do. We've got 18, in fact. And I do want more. But what we're going to do before we do that is we're going to go to the shopping district. And the reason for coming to the shopping district is twofold. One, we're actually going to go down to Loki Rat Enterprises and we're going to buy some TNT. Hello? Which they should have some stock somewhere. How much is it? 1 diamond a stack, so 4 diamonds per stack. Yeah, okay, we can afford that. We'll buy 1 more stack of TNT so we get a little bit more fun. mean, it's not like we're short on the diamond front. We're not mega rich, don't get me wrong, but we're not short. So, yeah, got to keep them in business after all. There we go. They got that. And then the other thing we're going to do, excuse the bell, is we need to head over to the gaming district again. Because stream day happened while I was sick, and people got very busy. And when I say very busy, there's stuff over here I haven't even seen yet. We got a sleigh, the tree that got started by Plod, got finished by Finn. It looks amazing. There's a couple of random shulkers over here full of stuff and things for making the tree and whatever. We got a little snowy wonderland thing here. We've got whatever this thing is with mulled wine and hot cocoa, jacket potatoes, nice little food stall. Love that. That's brilliant. And then over here we have got a nice little camping area built by a little cave, completely custom built by D, which is amazing. And it looks really cool. Now, the only person who hasn't really changed their outfit is me, because I currently only have the one skin in the avatar pack. So I need to update that, really, don't I? But the other thing we came over here for, the main reason we came over, also that up there's a snow machine, if anyone's wondering. The main reason we came over here, sign, yes. Free sign, yes, very good. The main reason we come over here was to hit this button. And get a name. And we're going to get our Secret Santa sorted out as well. Now, I'm not going to show you who I've got. I'm not going to show you where I'm going to put the present. I'm going to put it at their base somewhere. But if you want to find out who I got, you're going to have to watch the other members to find out, because that's the only way you're going to find out. So go over to the Ludic Discord, check out the other members, and give them all a follow. Because the only way you're going to find out who I got at Secret Santa and what they got is by following them as well. Alrighty, as for what we're going to do now, we need to travel about 1,000 blocks in that direction. Then we're going to do a little bit of TNT mining in the nether. And I haven't got gold on, so I'll see you over there. Here we are about 1,000 blocks out, and I have done myself a little bit of an extra tunnel, about another 200 blocks out. And I've laid down some TNT. Let's see what happens. Now we're going to stand back a bit, just because we don't want to get blown up ourselves. Apparently that was a fail. Good talking. Fine, let's do it the old-fashioned way, shall we? Now, the reason we need the fire resistance is obviously because of the lava. Now, I don't have a flame bow on me. Excuse me? Oh, yeah, that's right. Don't try to light it while crouching, because you'll just set it on fire instead of actually lighting it. Yes, that's how it works in Bedrock Edition. Because it's a smart game, you know. Right, anyway, let me just get this finished blown up, and I'll come back to you and show you the results of what we get. Alright, we've made it to the end of our very long tunnel, and we have got a few inch debris. I've already managed to pick up a couple. So I've got 4 in my pocket already, and I've just got another one over here. Oh, hello. But I haven't seen massive amounts, unfortunately. The problem doing this style is you get massive holes below you as well. Now, obviously, this was the height I was working at with the TNT. But there's massive holes down below me too. I did kill a ghast a second ago. I'm looking out for ghast tears. No, can't see it. Never mind. It's fine. Oh, wait, the XP's over here. But I also need quite a decent amount of blackstone. So I'm probably going to go over quite a bit of blackstone on the way through as well. As well as the quartz and obviously the edge debris. So, yeah, let me clear the tunnel out and I'll come back to you guys when we get back to the other end with all the loot. Alrighty, so we're back at the end of the tunnel, and after our first stack of TNT, or nearly a stack of TNT, we got 13 ancient debris. Now, that's not brilliant. That's really not, and I found a few of them while I was digging through the tunnel. So, what I think I might do is... Actually, we could go out this way. It's a little bit dangerous. We do get some magmas. I do think one of the problems we may have had is we did hit a couple of caves, which is why there's bits of bedrock showing through. Because these actually were caves we ran into. So I've got a little bit unlucky. Especially when we get down here with the gravel as well, because the gravel and then there's a cave under the gravel, and yeah, it just didn't work out for me so well. So I think what I'm going to do, I hear rumours from people that actually going a little bit higher when you're doing the blasting is actually a good idea. So I think I'm going to avoid that lava dripping over there. We're going to continue this way a little bit further. We're going to go up to Y15. And we're going to do the same again, I suppose. So we're going to dig ourselves a tunnel. Lay down some TNT. I also went into my shulker box of backup gear and found my old bow, which actually had flame on it, which was convenient, and I'd actually forgotten about temporarily. So kind of convenient I found that, and I'm going to grab this as I go so it doesn't get broken. Because the last thing I'll do is have that broken, because I want it in quartz form, in ore form for now. I do have a plan for the quartz. Mainly making redstone stuff. But it's a plan nonetheless. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the bones. I would rather have the netherrack than the bones. We're also going to fill in a little bit of this. Now, I know this is kind of detrimental in a little bit of a way, but it will make the TNT blast actually a bit more even. I think if you've got air in the way, it doesn't blast quite so hard. So, now let me quickly do this. Oh look, we found more ancient debris. I was about to say, let me quickly do this, and I will come back to you guys for the explosions. But apparently, we're going to find a bit of ancient debris on the way. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the explosions. Alrighty, just digging the tunnel, and we just found this massive cave, which I am going to call the end of the tunnel, and we're not going to go any further than that. So, let me get the old TNT out. Let's start placing a little bit of that down. Now, I know it's probably too close together to actually make a lot of difference to it, but I figure 1 or 2 blocks apart should be plenty to actually give us a decent reaction. And considering I was doing 2 or 3 earlier and I had to keep resetting, I think this is probably going to be quite a good way of doing it. Now I did again hit a couple of caves on the way through, so we could have to deal with that, but hopefully this time we'll have slightly better luck, slightly more ancient debris, hopefully. I'm going to put everything in my inventory. So I put everything from my inventory into my ender chest before I start bombing. Because that seems like a smart idea. Right, that's the last of our TNT. And there's our staircase down there. So we're not actually that far from the end, which is okay. Let me grab my ender chest out. Let me grab a shulker. I don't have any empty shulkers. Let's make a shulker then. No, not gonna put it away. And we're just gonna keep the shulker in our pocket because that makes sense. Now I am gonna put in the blackstone and the quartz as well, because I don't want them in my pocket either. I already found 2, so I'll keep them 2 out for this part of the tunnel. I think that's a fair way of doing it. I don't really care so much about the blackstone numbers, because I can get all that whenever I like, and the quartz and all that I don't really care about either, but not in terms of numbers, but in terms of doing this, I do care about it. Right, flame bow, attack! So a few blocks higher in the sky, higher up, and yeah, we hit a cave there straight away, which does no good at all for the ancient debris. I can see a couple of ancient debris though. Bit of gold, some quartz spout. Yeah, this isn't too bad. I didn't mean to do that, but you know what? We're gonna go with it. We'll go with the flow, as they say. There we go. Get rid of that bit there as well. So we've got one massive cave right there. Couple of ancient debris, or one at least. There is a big cave here. I might go for explore the cave just for a quick look around to see if we can get ourselves any more like quartz and stuff as well. Because, you know, one of the reasons we're doing this is so we can gather the quartz, so we can gather the blackstone and all that good stuff. So again, let me get all the stuff and I'll come back to you when I'm done. Alrighty, so for the second tunnel, we managed to get ourselves 11 ancient debris, which is about the same as the first, and I didn't measure the length of the tunnels, but they're not far off the same. Now, there is one other tactic I want to try to get a bit more ancient debris together, and that tactic is that I am going to dig back to the starter point, and in the process of digging back, I'm going to do it on a chunk border and see what happens by doing that. So we're going to toss away everything we do not want, which is all this stuff here. Put one of those on a hot bowl, a stack just in case we need it. Either way, don't suppose we will. Going to get rid of the gravel as well. We can go mining. We need more gravel, can't we? So I'm going to go down here to Z16, which is exactly on a jump border. I'm going to dig all the way back to my starter tunnel, which is about 1,000 blocks away, and I'll see you guys there. Alrighty, we just got back, and we just got back to the overworld, in fact, and I have actually got 17 from straight line digging back from where I was, which tells me one thing for sure. It's probably better just to dig, genuinely. We picked up 41 from that little mining expedition. We got quite a lot over stacks of quartz. I didn't pick up a lot of gold. I wasn't going for the gold. And we did kill a ghast along the way as well. Now, with that said, though, guys, I have actually run out of time for today's episode. I didn't quite do what I was planning on doing, but COVID kind of put a step in the way of that. So, I'll thank you very much for coming out, guys. If you've enjoyed the episode, hit the like button. If you really loved it, consider subscribing. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.